Thanks for tuning in. It's Samantha from Vision Travel. This is a Facebook Live on the RIU Dunamar Hotel that I visited in September, October-ish. Now with that being said, I did visit roughly 7 hotels when I was there, but I did physically stay at the RIU Dunamar for the first half of my trip. So I got to see some amazing resorts, and I'm so excited to share everything that I learned. Now, if you're watching this as a Facebook Live, thank you very much, and please give me a thumbs up. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, which will be posted next week, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and the little bell to get notifications, and leave your comments in the comment section below. So I'm super excited. I visited this hotel. I loved it. I stayed at a few different RIU resorts, and I really do enjoy them. With that being said, the nice thing about the RIU hotels, they are very similar across the board, no matter if you're going to Jamaica or if you're going to the Playa Mujeres area where the RIU Dunamar is, or RIU Cancun. Across the board, they are very similar. They have a lot of the same inclusions. With that being said, one thing that I really do like about the RIU hotels is that they offer tons of different facilities, and they have an amazing entertainment staff. So what I'm going to start out with is I'm just going to start out about some just general facts or things that I really enjoyed about the resort. So the RIU Dunamar is located north of Cancun, probably roughly a 45-minute transfer or so. Now this is the opposite area of the Riviera Maya. So you go through Cancun and up. This is a very undeveloped area. There's a few hotels, but not in comparison to Cancun or the Riviera Maya. And they are also building the RIU, I believe it's a Costa Mujeres, which is right beside this hotel. And I want to say it's going to be available November or December of this year, if I'm not mistaken. And now I have a few notes that I took just to keep me on track, because I know I can ramble a little bit. Again, this hotel was built probably 2 years ago, I want to say, or so. Now, again, the Playa Mujeres area is a nice, relaxing location. Again, a very natural feel to it. There's not a lot of huge hotels. There is a few that are scattered around that area. With that being said, I know a lot of people have heard that there has been this past year or so a little bit of a seaweed issue in the Riviera Maya. It is natural, I guess, and it happens every couple of years, but I know this has been a year where it has been a lot worse than others. This area really hasn't been affected. I talked to the hotel manager, and he said that, you know what, there's very minor seaweed, and if they do, they just kind of scrape it off in the morning time, and it doesn't really affect guests. And I did not notice any seaweed at all. And then on top of that too, he's also talked to the other contacts at the hotel in the Riviera Maya at the RIU hotels, and they said it's a little bit different situation there. Not super bad, but again, still not the best. The nice thing with the RIU hotels is that this one specifically, it is roughly, I want to say 600 rooms or so. So large enough that you have everything you need, but again, not too big that you get lost going back to your room. The accommodations for this hotel are very modern feeling. Again, it has that very brand new feel to it. The rooms are nice. They're very modern. White theme is kind of throughout. With that being said, they usually offer a king or 2 beds. Now, I've seen some descriptions. It is not 2 double beds. They are, I would probably say, oversized twins, maybe not American style double beds. So it might be a little bit of a different situation if you're rooming, you know, with 3 people in the room. For us two, it really didn't matter at all, and I traveled with my sister. Pull-out beds are on request for the sofa bed, so you have like your bedding area, then you have a little sitting area as well, and all of the rooms come with a balcony or terrace, depending on if you're on a higher floor or the first floor. Another great thing throughout all the RIU brands is that they have liquor dispensers in the room, which is nice if you want to have a cocktail before supper. They do have mini bars that are restocked daily with pop, beer, and a few little snacks, nothing too special. And the view from our room is absolutely beautiful. We're on the outside side, and all we could see was forest and then a beautiful ocean view room, and we were just in a standard hotel room. The whole resort and the rooms are always kept very clean, very tidy. And one thing to note, the bathrooms are a nice large size, and same with the room area. And you have like a toilet, sink area, plus a shower. Now, the shower is on the end where inside the bedroom that kind of faces the bed area. It is frosted glass. You can't see the physical other person in the room, but again, you can kind of see figures. So just something to keep in mind if you're traveling with friends or, you know, family members. Now there is a few different room types. So the next room type up, I believe, from the hotel room is either the family room or the connecting room. I don't know which one is technically the next one up. With the connecting rooms, it is essentially 2 hotel rooms that have a connecting door. You each have your own separate balcony, and then it's just a standard room, but you have that connecting door, which is awesome if you're traveling with some other family members. The family room is a little bit of a different situation. With this room, you walk into kind of a hallway area. You have your liquor dispenser and your mini fridge, and then you kind of branch off into 2 separate bedrooms. One has a king bed, and the other room has the 2 double beds. And then you each have your separate bathroom areas. So it's very similar to the connecting room. The main difference is that you share a balcony. So you're on kind of the back corners of the hotel, where it kind of, because it is kind of a U shape. So you're kind of in these corners here, and so your balcony connects to each other. It's not an oversized balcony. It's probably a little bit larger or the same size compared to the standard room balcony. But it's nice. You have a connecting door. You have your 2 different rooms and that hallway that kind of separates it. So again, a really good option for families there. And then the next room up is the suites. So the suites are much larger. It comes with a king bed and maybe 2 doubles as well. You walk in, you have the bathroom kind of area over here. You have a jacuzzi kind of in the center of your room between the bathroom and the bed. And then you have the king size bed. And then on the other half, you have a TV and a nice large sitting area. These are a lot more spacious than the hotel rooms. Do keep in mind that the regular hotel rooms are a pretty decent size. I think they're roughly 400 square feet, so still a very good size, but the suites are much larger. The suites are located on the ends of the U, and I want to say there's on the corners as well, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong on that. And that you have a nice oversized balcony. So it gives you tons of space and lots of different area to entertain some friends or just to relax. It's a really nice view. Now, something to note about the resort, since it is a U shape, if you are standing in the middle of it and the U's kind of behind you and you're facing the ocean, then the left side of the resort tends to be a little bit more active. The right side tends to be a little bit more quieter. So that's where the quieter pools are, the more active pools on this side. So if you do have a preference, just make sure to request that to the hotel. It's never guaranteed, but it is something to keep in mind. The next thing is the activities. This resort has tons of activities that you can do. The entertainment staff are always going, whether it's their RIU Fit, which is some of their exercise classes, or it's just, you know, some volleyball in the pool, or different activities. There's so much going on at this resort, and it's awesome. They have a great entertainment staff, always trying to get everyone to come along and enjoy in the activities. The evening entertainment is really good. Again, it's that same entertainment staff, if I'm not mistaken. It might be different. They are great. The shows there, I really do enjoy. They're not like Cirque du Soleil level, but they are really good shows. I went to, I think, pretty much every night, and it was always different for the week, and they're just really entertaining. They really get the crowd into it a little bit. So again, the shows are really good. That is a must-do when you're there, is going to go see those nightly shows. Now for kids, there's quite a lot you can do. You have the little kids club area, and they do different activities with everyone, all the little ones. And there's a little mini water park in there as well. Now behind that, there is the water slides. The water slides are for, I believe it's 4 feet and up, or very similar to that. These water slides are very intense water slides. I only did a few of them, and that was enough for me. I'm not a huge water slide person, but again, the big water slides that you see in the pictures, those are for roughly 4 feet and up. But again, they're tons of fun. But again, they are larger. They aren't just little mini water slides by any means. Those ones are located in the kids area. All the kids that I saw going around with the RIU Kids Land, they seem to be having a blast. So they really seem to be really enjoying it. So if you're really in activities, again, they do have the RIU Fit activities going on during the day, water aerobics, some different exercise classes. With that being said, they also do have a gym. It does have a fair amount of different equipment and weights and everything like that. So if that's your thing, go ahead. I don't exercise on vacation, but you'll have fun if you do. And then next kind of category I'm going to touch on is food and drinks. So with the food and drinks, there are plenty at the RIU Hotel, RIU Dunamar. So there's tons of different bars you can go to. I think there's one in the lobby. Actually, there's too many to mention. I'm not going to go through it all. So again, there is tons of different bars. They do have 2 swim-up bars. One is on the far left side, and then one's kind of in the middle. So again, it just depends what kind of mood you're in. If you're wanting to be a little bit more active, then there's a lot of people over at that one. The middle one is a little bit quieter, but still tons going on. I do want to give the RIU props though. They have been moving to not using straws, which is awesome. If you're at any of the bars, they usually do have that sign there that you can request a straw if you want. I know I did have a few times if I had a really slushy drink. So you can always request a straw, but they are trying to step away from putting a straw in every drink. So thank you, RIU. Nature thanks you for that. For the food, so there's kind of few different aspects of this. So there's the buffet, very large, so many options. I'm very confident if you are a vegetarian or don't eat carbs or gluten or anything like that, there should be enough options for you. What I always do recommend too as well is if you do have any dietary requirements, just go talk to either your waitress or waiter or also one of the chefs there, because they have a few different grilling stations, and they might be able to walk through with you, or at least explain what dishes might work for you and what might not. So if you do have any dietary requirements or any allergies, I do recommend talking to them, and they should be able to help you out, no problems. So again, tons of options at the buffet. It's open breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And the hours are, again, you can't go wrong with it. You'll have tons of options. Now moving on to the a la carte. There's a few different options. I want to say there's 4 different options for the a la cartes. There is the Asian, the Italian, the gourmet, and the steakhouse. And I'm sorry if I forgot one. The Asian is really good. I did enjoy it. The Asian is a buffet style, but it is Asian cuisine. The next would be the Italian. So the Italian, your starting appetizers are buffet style, and then they serve you they do menu service for your main dish. And then there is the gourmet that is completely a la carte style. That was one of my favorite ones, was the gourmet one. So I highly recommend going there. With that being said too, men, you have to wear long pants for the gourmet. So please make sure to throw a long pants and like a collared shirt in your bag when you're packing. So now the steakhouse is kind of around the buffet in the back end of the hotel. And I actually didn't get to try it, but I would probably have tried it. The one thing to note about the RIU restaurants, and again this may just be because I went in September when it was a little lower season, they always have a board out in front of them with the menu and also the days and hours that they're open. So with the RIU hotels, you do not require reservations for the a la carte, but I know when I was there in September, this one was closed Tuesday and Friday, let's say. This one was closed every day but Monday. Oh, sorry, it was open every day but Monday. So they kind of went on a different rotation of which ones were open and closed. I don't know if that is the same during high season, January, February, but that is something to watch out for and maybe plan a little bit for, because again, unfortunately, I missed the steakhouse because of that. So I ate at the Italian twice, and both times I was very impressed. So now, the next is, I'll talk about is kind of the 24-hour snacks or food. With that being said, they have a snack area in the sports bar, which is open 24 hours. So with the RIU snacks, you have a large fridge, and then that has hamburgers, hot dogs, fruit, sandwiches, tons of different options there. Again, I wouldn't recommend, if you have the option of going to the buffet or the a la carte, do that over the snack bar. This is more if you get really peckish in the middle of the night, or you just need something to eat, you know, at midnight or something like that after having a few too many cerveza. The food there is good. Not my favorite food I've ever had, but not bad by any means. And at midnight, you really don't care half the time. So again, the food at the snack bar is, you know, decent amount of options. They also do have some nachos and nacho cheese. So a decent amount of options for those wee hours of the night. And then the snack bar at that kind of opens up at around lunchtime. It's kind of right by the pools. So again, I actually went here a couple times. And again, they usually have chicken, burgers, hot dogs, some potatoes, things like that. Just kind of very basic. I did go there a few times. After the third day, it was kind of a little repetitive. So I do recommend, if you're not right in the pool or at the beach, just putting on a bathing suit, cover up, and going to the buffet. Either option is good. The lunch snack area though is good if you just want a quick bite, just to kind of last you through the rest of the day till supper time. So, but again, it is a lot of the same things at that one. Usually chicken, burgers, hot dogs, and fries or something along those lines. So with the kind of jumping back to the bars, all of the bars offer the same menu, a decent amount of selection, and for the most part, if you say I want a chocolate martini and it's not on the menu, they can usually do that for you, as long as they have the ingredients on hand. So they're really good about that, making whatever drink you want. So again, drinks are plenty there. There's tons of different options, and I don't think I waited more than 5 minutes for a drink ever. I don't think I even waited that long. So I really enjoyed the hotel. The next area I'm going to kind of touch on is the pools. So there's roughly, I think, 5 different pools in the resort. Again, like I said, the pool is more on the left hand of the resort if you're facing the ocean. Tends to be more active. And then the ones on the right side tend to be a little bit quieter. So it just depends in what mood you're for. Again, a lot of the activities on that left side. And then kind of as you go down, it gets a little bit quieter and quieter. And again, they have the loungers within the pool if you want to do that. They have tons of chairs around the pool. I think the only time that I couldn't find a chair right next to the pool was during the foam party. So the foam parties usually happen on Saturdays. They might do it more often during the higher travel seasons. The foam parties are usually at 3 p.m. at the Far Activities pool. Again, tons of fun. Even if you're not right in the foam, there's again that smaller pool right beside that you can kind of watch everyone having a blast, and they have tons of music. It was a blast, so I do highly recommend checking that out if you are there at 3 p.m. on Saturday and that's something you would enjoy. Again, that was the only time I couldn't find 2 chairs right beside each other, and understandably. But we did find 1 chair that we could put our stuff on, so that wasn't a problem there. I found we didn't have the issue of people laying out their towels everywhere as much as I have at other resorts, but again, it might just be because I was there in September compared to January, February. You do get a towel card when you do check in, and then they have, I want to say, 1 or 2 booths that you can just take that card to get a fresh towel, and you can change that out as many times as you want. Just make sure to either have a towel or the card at checkout, or else you'll get charged for towels. So now the beach, it's beautiful. It's a nice long stretch of white sandy beach. The water was very blue and clear, and like I mentioned before, this area hasn't had the seaweed issue as much as some of the other hotels in the Riviera Maya. So again, and I didn't notice any, so if there was any, they just cleaned it up right in the morning, so it didn't disturb the guests at all. But again, nice white powdery sand beach, crystal clear blue water, just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The waves, there wasn't really any at this resort. They're obviously maybe a little more so on windy days, but again, nice calm water. And again, you kind of just watch the flags and you know, to know if you can go in or not. But we didn't have a problem when we were there. It was just nice, calm waters. So, and again, the chair situation, tons of chairs laid out there. And again, never had a problem trying to find a chair to relax on the beach. So didn't have that issue in. So the next topic I'm going to kind of touch on is the weddings at this resort. And this is a very popular hotel for weddings. They have a few different areas that you can do. You can have it in the garden area, which is kind of located in the center of the hotel, in the center of that U. Or you can have it, there's, I want to say, 3 different beach areas you can go to that you can set it up. So you can talk to the wedding coordinator about those different options if you're looking at doing a destination wedding. Each kind of has its positives and minuses, so again, it's best to talk to her, and she's amazing. She did a whole walkthrough of the resort with me and kind of explained all those details. And I will have 360 videos of those different areas as well. That will be posted on YouTube in 2 weeks. And again, for the most part, if I'm not mistaken, for this hotel, the max you can have is 40 guests for the dinner, unless you're going to upgrade to a private dinner. I believe 40 is the maximum. Anything over that, then you will need to pay for that private venue. So just something to keep in mind. But again, the wedding coordinator will take amazing care of you. She's great. So highly recommend having your wedding there. It's a great option for you and your guests. Again, like I said, unlimited a la carte, no reservations required. You have the liquor dispensers in your room, which some people really, really love. Great entertainment stuff, great nightly entertainment. Would I highly recommend, and I would easily go back in a heartbeat. So I will have more to come on the RIU Dunamar too as well. Again, this is just a general overview. This will be on my Facebook page. Plus, on top of that, I will also have this posted on YouTube in roughly 1 week on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Plus, on top of that, I will have 360 videos of the resort and the different rooms and everything like that in 2 weeks on YouTube at 8 p.m. So make sure to check that out. If you're watching this from YouTube, thank you so much. Make sure to hit the subscribe and notification button. And if you're watching this on Facebook Live, thank you very much for tuning in. And if you have any questions or anything, make sure to drop it in the comments below and I'll answer those for you. Thanks everyone for watching. Bye.